And it is day 26, 44 days to go. If you have not sent me your feedback, and there's a bunch of you that haven't sent me your feedback, about 20 of you have not sent me your feedback, please go to www.trainonmain.com/fit-in-10 check-in. The link is in your macro email. Send me your feedback. It's important. I ask it of every one of you, and every challenge, it's like I have to, really ask you guys over and over again to send me your feedback. So do that, okay? Okay, let's get to more of your feedback here. All right, so this person writes, took about a week, but I'm hitting my fats and proteins now, but I'm usually left with about 30 to 40 grams of carbs at the end of the day, and about 2 or 3 proteins, fats. Okay, so you're getting your proteins and fats essentially. 30 to 40 grams of carbs is a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to try to just tell you, you got to get these in. Potatoes, rice. So, okay, I'm trying my best to include the foods that I'm sensitive to. Potatoes, rice, wheat, yeast, mushrooms, dairy, peas, barley, egg whites, casein. Okay, so a lot of stuff that you're allergic to. Do your best to get your numbers. Your numbers are going to go down. So just, we're trying to get a little bit of deficit every day. We don't want to create too much of a deficit in the beginning. This is meant to be a little bit every day. This is all about a little bit every day. So do your best to get those numbers in. Of course, you got to keep up your exercise too, right? Name something specific you need help with. Staying consistent till the end of the challenge. Yep. Okay. Consistent is, it's all about, as I just said, it's a little bit every day. It's a little bit every day. It's all about a little bit every day. Anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? Tips for weighing food. All right, well, we talked a little bit about this. Okay, this person's got specifics here. Like chicken wings, do I peel them off the bone? Yes, I don't even know why you're eating chicken wings. Why don't you just eat chicken, meat? Why chicken wings? Chicken wings are like party hors d'oeuvres. Just make your life easier and eat chicken. Okay, just eat the meat. Don't make this too complicated. Why do you choose chicken wings? Just go for the chicken meat. Do I peel it off the bone? Yes, you have to peel it off the bone. Rice pasta, weigh before cooked. Listen, if you weigh, whatever you cook, whatever you eat, if you weigh it, and you're gonna cook it, if you weigh it before cooking, it's always gonna be more accurate, okay? We talked about rice the other week. If you take, you might think that if you take 500 grams of rice and 1,000 grams of water, okay, which would be like the right ratio to cook, you might think that at the end of cooking, the rice would be, what, 1,500 grams, right? But no, there is some evaporation of water depending on your rice cooker. Not all rice cookers, but most of them, so just be careful with this. Because it is, when you're making these batches of rice or pasta or whatever, you probably want to weigh it out raw, okay, uncooked. See what the total macros are, cook it, weigh it out at the end, see how much, what is the ratio that it grew by, right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, it went up by 3 times, right? 500 grams of rice became 1,500 grams. So then basically, when you start to portion it out, exactly when you're looking at portions with raw amounts, how much to allot to the cooked amount, right? If you understand what I'm saying. If it's gone up 3 times, then basically you'd eat 3 times the amount to get the same amount of carbohydrates, right? So whatever, 50 grams of rice is dry, is 40 grams of carbs. And we use the example I just gave, then you're gonna need, 150 grams of rice to get the 40 grams of carbs, right? Okay. I also noticed some entries on MyFitnessPal don't have different units. Does it matter if I weigh in ounces or grams? No, ounces and grams are both acceptable. There are 28.3 grams in an ounce. Well, that's rounding. 28.3 grams, roughly speaking. You could just say 28 grams per ounce. That's what's in an ounce, okay? Just like temperature outside, doesn't matter whether you measure it in Celsius or Fahrenheit. It doesn't make a difference. Still the same temperature. How often will macros change? Macros change every 2 weeks. I feel like it takes me a few days to get the hang of the numbers. It shouldn't really, okay? Yeah, for almost all of you, your macro is going to change every 2 weeks. It shouldn't really make that much of a difference because I'm only changing the numbers by a little bit. So even if if you just went to replicate your diet, you know, after I change the numbers, you just have to like remove a bit of carb, maybe. Probably protein's going to stay the same about. You know, fat might decrease a little bit, so you're just going to remove a little bit of fat and carbs. It's only a small amount, so it's not like you have to completely reinvent your diet, okay, or reinvent the foods that you eat. Just change the amounts. Okay, how am I doing for time? Almost 6 minutes. Let's try to make this video reasonable. Name something specific you improve on for the following week. Find time and motivation to complete. How are you going to find motivation? Who wrote that? Find time, motivation. You will not find motivation. You will not find motivation. You just have to do it. Okay, like everything else in your life that you've decided that you're going to do, that you've said, okay, this is what I have to do. You just do it. You don't say, Jesus, how you know, where am I going to find the motivation to go to work? You know, you're just like, no. You've decided that you're going to do it, and you're going to do it. Make it a habit. Okay, motivation does not exist. Well, it does exist, but it's short-lived. It's not a long-term strategy. Motivation is not a long-term strategy. I cheated on Mother's Day, went over calories and fat, but didn't drink alcohol. Okay, good for you. Don't do that again, okay? Well, the not drinking alcohol is good, but the over-calorie consumption is not good, obviously, okay? All right, it's almost 7 minutes. Let's get the message of the day. Okay, simple one. Goes like this. Don't call it a dream. Call it a plan. Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. There should be none of this in the challenge. I hope I get my workouts in. I hope you know that my macros match what I'm supposed to get today. No, just plan it out. Just make it happen, right? Plan it and just do it. Okay? Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. Just plan it out and just do it. That's it. Okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of God. Give some gratitude for everything you have. We'll talk to you all very soon. See you guys.